Jai Gurudev, in this session you mentioned that different people have unique experiences during practices like Rudra Puja. Could you elaborate on why this is the case? Certainly, when people engage in practices such as Rudra Puja, they often report varied experiences. Some may feel a connection to a higher power, while others might sense an inner awakening. These experiences differ because knowledge is inherently within us. The practices merely help awaken this latent knowledge, making it tangible for each individual. It is not rocket science, it is the unfolding of what is already inside. How does this awakening of knowledge happen? Through the Guru's guidance. The Guru's role is to reawaken our memories, the intrinsic knowledge we tend to forget in the hustle of life. Think of it as tuning towards the light. When we do, shadows disappear. Similarly, when we remember and reconnect with the divine guidance through the Guru, our troubles and confusions fade away. The Guru brings us back to our true nature, reminding us of the divine energy that is always guiding and protecting us. You spoke about the impact of light on shadows. Could you explain this in the context of our personal challenges? Absolutely. Shadows or personal challenges become prominent when we turn away from the light or divine wisdom. It is like when we lose sight of who cares for us and what force is moving us forward, we start experiencing difficulties. These shadows, our fears, doubts, and pains are simply a result of our disconnection from the light. The moment we reconnect, these shadows dissipate, just like darkness vanishes from the onset of light. You mentioned capturing infinity with finite instruments. How does this relate to our spiritual practices? Capturing infinity with finite instruments is an analogy for our attempts to grasp the divine or the infinite truth using our limited human faculties. It is like trying to measure the ocean with a cup. This task is nearly impossible because the divine is boundless. It requires a blend of faith and openness. The divine capacity I have is also in you. This is a fundamental understanding. However, recognizing and believing this truth takes time, just as it takes time to fully grasp the profound teachings of the Guru. Why does it take time to believe in these teachings? The path to believing and internalizing the Guru's teachings, sadhana, seva, and satsang, is a gradual one. It is like repeatedly practicing something until it becomes second nature. Initially, you might doubt or partially believe, but through consistent practice, faith strengthens and the teachings become more evident in your life. As Gurudev says, practice sincerely and don't rush. Let the understanding and belief grow naturally. How do we deal with the doubts that arise during our spiritual journey? Doubts are a natural part of the journey. When they arise, instead of letting them grow, you can channel them into questioning the doubt itself. It is scientific. If you doubt your doubts, they lose their power. Applying knowledge in practice is crucial. Until you put the teachings into experience and truly feel them, doubts will persist. It is through experience that understanding deepens and doubts are dispelled. What about a tendency to get distracted by life's challenges? How do we stay focused? Life's challenges can indeed distract us. They test the strength of our faith and practice. Imagine a pillar planted firmly. It is shaken to check its strength. Similarly, life tests us to see how solid our faith and understanding are. These challenges are part of the evaluation process, helping us grow stronger, more resilient in our spiritual path. The key is to remember the divine force that brought us here and to trust it will guide us further. In this process of testing and evaluation, how important is the role of the Guru? The Guru's role is paramount. They are the guiding force responsible for our spiritual journey, where we are, where we come from, and where we are headed. The form this guidance takes may vary, but the essence remains the same. The Guru is like a beacon, continuously leading us back to our true selves and towards greater spiritual fulfillment. How do these concepts translate to everyday experiences for people who might not fully understand English? These concepts are universal and resonate beyond language. People feel connected and experience the teachings even if they don't fully grasp the knowledge. It is about the inner essence and the feeling of connection that transcends linguistic barriers. As I mentioned, everything is already within us. These teachings merely help us rediscover it. Could you help us give an example of how this inner essence is understood? Sure, consider the taste of salt. Even if you eat a lot of it without a taste bud for salt, you won't recognize the flavor. Similarly, spiritual essence is already within us. Practices like Guru Geeta awaken our inner taste buds to recognize and understand it. This recognition can occur in anyone regardless of language or background because it is universal truth. Jai Gurudev.